Brilliant. Hi everyone and welcome to A Day in the Life podcast. We have got some amazing guests on the sofa today. But if you are new to the podcast, if you're just discovering us, if you're finding us for the very first time, A Day in the Life is all about getting to know the individuals that come on the couch. Social media shows best life ever. And we're constantly comparing and thinking that we should be at certain maybe moments in our lives that other people are at, and they're doing it and they're out there and they're living it and they're being amazing. But behind the scenes, that's where the hard work and the real story lies. So that's why I'm so excited to have you both on the couch with us today. You've both got incredible stories, incredible journeys. And for anyone that doesn't know who you are, can you introduce who you are, your names, what you do for a living, and then we're going to dive straight into your lives?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, my name's Heather Gomersall. I am a freelance singer, and I'm in and around Southport. During the day, I work as a princess for Regally Royal, and I have so many jobs, as you always say.
Take after our mother.
Yeah.
I'm David Gomersall, the drummer from the Lilacs. We tour across the whole country. Just released an album. Well, you can pre-order the album now. It's not out yet. But that's me.
Fantastic. I feel like you totally undersold yourself there.
Yeah.
We literally went with, there's an album you can pre-order and that's just me.
Yeah.
So,
A little plug there.
amazing. So we're going to go into that now because as I said, you both are from that performing background, obviously doing very different things.
Mm-hmm.
But did it start sort of from very early on? Were you being forced to do performances in bedrooms to guests? To
I think it was more like we were forcing our parents to watch us. But yeah, it was a very young age. So our mum and dad met through doing theatre through the amateur world at the little theatre in Southport. And then I just took a love for that from a very young age, did shows and stuff like that, as did my sister. And she's kind of gone into teaching, so she teaches and does the choir and things like that, so fabulous. She's still very much involved in performing. And then how old were you when you got your first drum kit?
11, I think. Yeah. So I've never really been into the acting side of it. It was more I've always loved music. My dad used to love the Beatles and the Who and all the rock music, so I just got brought up with good music really, and obviously with the background of performing arts and that, I kind of took the music element rather than the acting side. So
quite a musical family, aren't you?
Yeah, we are.
My mum's always singing in the kitchen and stuff like that. So.
Had a piano in the house.
Yeah. On the organ.
You sound like the regular like Von Traps.
Yeah.
I absolutely love that. I can literally
the Von Traps or the Gomersall Zoo we got covered. And a lot of animals.
So it's like, can you get your pets involved when you're watching?
Yeah, force the dogs to watch.
I love that. So when it came to like that drum kit, did you know that that's the instrument of choice? Did you try others?
Yeah, I mean, my mum, as I said before, always tried to push piano for us. But I've got an awful singing voice, so at
least you're honest.
So obviously, piano and vocals together is like quite good, but I could never sing. So as soon as I got a kit, I kind of knew that was the one.
Yeah, you were always beatboxing as well.
Yeah, I used to beatbox
tapping
as a kid.
And drumming, and me and my sister were like, David.
Yeah, everyone used to say, stop tapping, but hopefully paid off.
Yeah, it has. Though.
Yeah, and like you were saying that you're a princess by day. Yes. I mean, I've had the absolute pleasure of being around you dressed as a princess, and like I think because you came in as a group the first time, I felt like I was back to being like a 5-year-old and going.
And that's what's beautiful about it. I think that's the absolute joy of that job, is because Paris and Disney, Florida and stuff, it's so expensive and some people can't afford to go there. And it's so nice for us to be able to bring that to their front room or walk around Southport and bring that joy to the children that can't afford to do that.
Yeah.
So it is a really nice job. Definitely.
Fantastic. And what's the kind of job that you look back on and think, that I would like to repeat that or redo that, whether it was princess work or it was singing, because I know that you did International Women's Day at the ground for Queen's Court just a few weeks ago. You know, did they are the things that you really enjoy going back to each time?
Absolutely, yeah. I think the diverse of the job, and it's never boring. It's never the same. So I think that's what's really good. But I always go back to I studied musical theatre at uni, and then I went straight into the performing world as such. I worked on holiday parks, and it was tough. It was really tough. Long hours. We only had 1 day a week off.
Wow.
We did not do it for the money because the money was not great. But it's taught me so much, and it gave me that groundwork to be able to do all of this random jobs and keep going and always have a smile on my face and kind of just keep going from that. So yeah, I really loved the holiday parks, but there was a time where it was like, okay, I need to kind of spread my wings a bit and get out of this and try and do it for myself. And that's kind of what I did.
Fantastic. And I suppose, like, for both of you, you know, you both work as individuals within your specific genre and style, so drumming, singing, and doing all of that. How did it then feel being part of that team, that group, that element where you're then bringing in other people? Is it a natural progression, or is it something that kind of, how does it blossom?
I think we're naturally quite friendly people anyway, aren't we? We like people. We've always had a lot of friends, haven't we? So that kind of helps. But it's the same.
Yeah.
Love and joy of the music, isn't it?
Yeah, I think with me as well, it's quite hard to be a solo drummer. You've got to be like the best of the best. So obviously being in a band, it's like I needed them more than I guess they needed me.
And I'm sure that's not how they see it.
But yeah, of course.
Drumming's important.
But, yeah, it's very important. But obviously, like I needed like accompaniment.
Yeah.
So I guess like. Yeah, I think I needed someone else to help me progress with my career. So.
And you've all helped each other as well, haven't you?
Yeah,
it's been a
best
bit of a whirlwind the last few years.
Oh yeah, especially last year. Yeah, but I think they came to me and I needed them.
Yeah. I think that's what, you know, when you speak to bands and groups and, you know, a lot of them that suddenly burst on the scene, a lot of the industry and then as us watching it think, oh, they've just appeared out of nowhere. Yeah. But there's so many behind the scenes, hard work, years. Like, are you able to unpick that just a little bit as to how hard it's actually been to get where you are?
Yeah. I think a lot of people think you just show up like to a show and everything's set up and you just play and go home and have a good night, and it is a boss night, but the load in the van, like the rehearsals that you put in, making new songs. Obviously, we're in Plymouth tomorrow, so that's like 8 hours away.
Yeah, it's not around the corner, is it?
Like, we'll keep this quick.
Yeah, it's obviously the hours put in is mad, and it's what people don't see. Like people just see half an hour to an hour on stage and think, oh yeah. Like,
and the training to get to that point as well. Like, obviously, you didn't just pick up drumsticks and you were great. Well, you were, but not to the standard you are now. It's the same with like my job. People go, oh, you get paid for 2 45 minutes. Is that it? And I'm like, no, but I've got to learn the songs and I've got to get there. And sometimes I'm lucky enough to plug and play, so it is easy, and it is just a case of just plug my mic in. But not everyone has. Not as heavy, but not everybody has a setup. So you have to set up the speakers, or you have to drive, like you said, miles away to be able to get there. So you're not just getting paid for the 45 minutes that you're singing or performing. It's all of that as well. Yeah.
And I suppose because, you know, we were talking before we came on camera. I'm new to this side of the camera. Still something that I'm getting used to. Still getting used to how I sit, how I sort of present myself, trying to make my brain catch up with what's coming out of my mouth and trying to think sort of on my feet. Whereas you two both sit here almost, I'm trying to learn from you. You seem so seasoned and professional with that. Has that been something that's just come over time, being in these positions, or do you think it's a little bit more? Is that what kind of gives the star quality element?
Yeah.
I think it's a bit of both, isn't it? It definitely comes with getting used to doing it all the time, like being on a stage, having that kind of persona. Like I was saying before, wasn't I, how like people think I'm tall, but it's not. It's just because I hold myself upright.
And I've suddenly gone, oh, I'm slouching.
Don't sit like a shrimp. But it's like, I worked at Butlins, and that was they loved how you looked. So it was very much of you had to have a certain shade of lipstick, and like you had to wear your bag on a certain shoulder and stuff. And they were very, very, this is the way we want to look. And that's kind of how I did my training and how I got used to things. So, and it is the way you kind of, I worked on a ship in America, and I'm English, and I was doing a quiz, and someone from the back was like, I don't understand you speak English. And I was like, I am English. That makes no sense. And I was like, right, okay, so clearly I sound too scouse on a microphone. Yeah. So I've kind of drummed that out of me and speak more clearly so people can understand what I'm saying. And it's just something that you learn, isn't it?
Well, the boys actually banned me for speaking in interviews and stuff. Because I would probably, that, and I'd probably say something stupid and get cancelled or something. But yeah, it does come naturally, I guess, like, because have played like in front of 10,000 people, so like it does get easier.
It's like a role, isn't it? Yeah, it's like you're still you, but it's a certain way. Like, you know, when if you're in retail and you talk to a customer, you talk to them different to than you would to your brother. Like it's kind of that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just adaptable.
Wait, can we swear on this podcast?
I mean, to be fair, we'll beat it.
Yeah. Well, I'm doing a shit shirt, Dave, in the band, so I wear like rubbish shirts when I'm gigging, so it's actually, I feel more relaxed not wearing a shit shirt.
That's your character.
Yeah.
So, I'm a bit more relaxed than I usually am because I'm normally having to hide.
You really suit them, that close.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant. Well, we're gonna hit just to a small break now. Very, very much to sort of end that segment. When I first started to speak to the camera, I needed to dull down my accent a little bit. And my partner listened back to it and he said, "Are you aware that you sound like someone from Downton Abbey now?" And I was literally there like, okay, might just rate it back into just normal.
The other way.
So as we're heading over to a break now, maybe have a practice of your speaking to camera voice. Are you hitting Downton? Are you wanting to wear some kind of shit shirt? Or are you wanting to improve your posture? And we'll be back in a minute. Welcome to A Day in the Life, our sponsor slot. This is where if you have a business, we could be featuring you. This is an opportunity to showcase what your business does, have it highlighted by us. So get in touch at A Day in the Life, and this is where your business could really shine. And we are back. We've got two amazing guests on our sofas. And so far, I do think we've heard about all of the real highs and how you've got to this point. But, you know, part of the day in the life is that it's not all been singing and bright skies and everything like that. So for those of us that are tuning in that maybe want to send this podcast to somebody that's thinking of becoming either a musician, a singer, an entertainer, something in the industry, can we, without getting too dark, we don't want to really put people off from actually trying to pursue their dreams. But, you know, is there, you know, a day or a moment that you can think back on and go, do you know what? I thought about just stopping and, you know, switching and thinking, actually, this is all a bit too much.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it happens a lot, to be fair. If you go from my personal point of view, if you go to a gig and there's no one there, or they don't seem to be enjoying it, or you do a song and you're like, oh gosh, I'm not doing that song ever again. Like, there are times when I'm like, or I'll look at my diary and I'm like, okay, I really need some more dates in. I've only been freelance for 2 years now, and I had a manager role in a really lovely wedding venue, and I loved the job, but I was like, do you know what, if I don't try this, I'll never do it. Yeah. I basically hit 30 and I was like, right, I need to try this. And it does have its issues, its complications. It's not always plain sailing. Sometimes it's like, right, okay, well, I can't can't go out for dinner this week because I've got no money.
Yeah.
I've got to pay my rent, so I'll have beans on toast.
Yeah.
But the love of performing and working to my own diary as well, and only having myself to blame if I'm overworked is so good.
Yeah.
And that helps me kind of get through it. And performing has always been a big part of my life, and the love of it really does help you get through it more than anything.
Yeah.
Late nights, quite unsociable hours, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever wanted to give up out of choice. I think with the early days before we were getting paid for it, when we had a gig down in London and stuff, like obviously you had to pay for travel. Sometimes we had to pay to play. The hotels down in London a lot, and the early days like 2020, 21, 22. Sometimes I didn't have money, like I said, but we had to just like save to play those gigs. So it wasn't through choice, but like I felt like you had to, kind of felt like you had to, stop because you couldn't physically do it anymore. It's changed now, luckily, because a lot of hard work has been put into it, so it's paying off.
It doesn't just happen overnight, does it? It's a lot of hard work to get to.
And I suppose because you're both in, that industry, and like you say, you've got parents that were part of it in their own way, that it must be quite nice to be able to come home and express that, because there'll be a lot of people sort of watching and listening that are maybe the only one in their family in that industry, and that must be quite isolating and a little bit lonely for them, kind of going, no, don't really have the money to do this or keep up, and people going, go and get a job.
A proper job.
And that is
a proper job.
Well, that's it. It's 100% a proper job. You are, like you say, you're having to focus in on your own diary. You are working for yourself.
Oh yeah, and a big thing nowadays is social media as well, and that's such a big thing to advertise and market yourself, and that is a full-time job. Like posting, finding videos, finding content, always being in that public eye. That's a full-time job.
It takes ages,
It's crazy. But when and you say about how we could go home and talk to each other as a family and stuff, but what I notice about performing and creativity is we are like a big family, so that we're accepting of people, aren't we? And there is always someone to talk about, someone who can completely relate to you. Like my best friend, she's a comedian, so she works for herself, and she's very much like, I hear you, I understand what you mean. Like day to day, you're like, oh gosh, I don't want to do this gig, but I need the money, so I'm going to put my face on and get on there and do it. And like, so we are lucky in that sense of the creative world, whether that be your painting or you're a photographer, or I think we all kind of get that freelance. You're like one big family.
You are. Well, that's it, and the vibrancy comes up. And like you said, that's what gets you through those darker days, and I suppose also spurs you on, because as you say, you've now put in that hard work to be now on a very uphill trajectory. That you're now inspiring people to keep going. You then get put into almost like a new category. Then you're now the inspiration.
To see so many people give up when you can see they're at the hurdle that is the hardest point. But like if they just carried on a bit longer, like ourselves, like you can make it. And it's like any job, though, like any office job, like you can be at the bottom of the pile for ages. You're not going to be manager straight away. So it's like it's the same with this. Like you got to put in hard work to like
and even more so when
see the benefits,
when you don't necessarily are born with a silver spoon in your mouth, and a lot of the time performing or musicians and stuff, it's kind of not what you know, it's who you know. And a lot of people say, oh, why did you not study in London? Why did you not go to a musical theatre course in London? But I couldn't afford it, and my family couldn't afford to pay for me to go. And that's the other element of working even harder, because I didn't have the money on my side to just go, oh, I'll go to Guildford and I'll get the qualification from a really good school and get in it that way. You have to find other avenues to get through.
Yeah, definitely. And I think drawing on what you mentioned there about comparing it to other industries, that have got no relation to sort of musical creative arts, you're not made manager on day one. You do have to put in that time. I think in the past it was a lot of paying your dues, and like you're out there and you're doing it and you're busking and you whatever it is. A lot of people have to put in time for free if you want to be within a specific industry. You've got to do apprenticeship schemes and stuff like that. And that, I suppose, with social media now, for a lot of people, they don't see that. They just say, here we are, we're really successful, and that was the end point. So I think that was really good to sort of highlight that it takes time, and it's a craft, it's an art form, it's a skill. And you may have been drumming since you were really small and singing, before you could probably talk, I would imagine. But it still takes time to then find the right genre for you, the right style for you, who works well with each other, and finding where you fit within that industry. And connections as well. So we're just going to hit over to another quick break, do a little sponsorship. So whilst you are on a break, follow them. Social media is hard. Give them a follow. Say hello. And I'm sure they'll be in touch. We'll be back in a sec. We want you. If you are a local business in Southport or the surrounding area, we have no preference. We would like to showcase your business. We are all about collaboration, supporting, and also showcasing what businesses have to offer. So if you want to be in this slot during the podcast, get in touch and let us make you shine. I don't think we've had two people on the couch so far that have made me laugh so much off camera for me to have to control myself to come back. So it would be incredibly remiss of me, there we go with my posh words again, it would be incredibly remiss of me for a very professional drummer to be on the couch for me to not ask about industry terms. So what is a paradiddle?
Paradiddle. So left, right, wait, one sec. Still laughing. Left, right, left, right, left, right.
Okay, for... Nope. Good job. I was just hitting. Are there any others? Is there any other words? A diddly diddle?
Well, yeah, you can merge them together for a paradiddle diddle, or a paradiddle diddle, or a patafla is one for.
That sounds like a cake.
A parafla.
Patafla.
Oh, a patafla. Sorry, I made up my own word.
I'm not doing that on camera because I'm rubbish.
That's okay.
It's so you flam, and then
flam.
Yeah, so like that's that's another funny one. These are just second nature to me. They don't sound weird anymore.
Yeah.
So you flam. A flam is like two quick notes, but like you can easily like distinguish two, and then right, left. So. And so you do it the other way around.
Yeah.
But so right, left together, but like slightly off. Then right, then left, and then.
I love the names.
Yeah.
The names of the.
Yeah, they are. I'm sorry, I'm boring you though.
You're absolutely not boring me. My brain is just going poppy ping apparently. So.
That should be one.
Yeah.
The rest are just singles and doubles. So like, there are other terms, but that's getting into like.
Yeah.
Stuff
real technical.
Yeah,
so
brilliant. Yeah.
As an indie drummer, I probably will never need to use that.
Fantastic. So I suppose sort of one I'm more interested. So how did you find the rest of the bandmates? Where did they sort of like come from? And I know people can find all this information out, but I want to know.
How did I find them physically?
Well, yeah, did you hunt them down? Did you? I always love those intro stories,
So I went to university in Manchester, a place called BIM, where like your specific instrument go. So this vocalist think you asked
Who I
about
work
today.
Yeah.
Zoe Unsworth, shout out.
She's
There you
fab.
go, amazing.
She put me and 3 other drummers in a chat saying that Ollie and Sam were looking for a drummer and a bassist. So I didn't really like the bands I was in at uni. Like, no one was like had a passion for it, like, I guess. So I just took a leap of faith. They were only from Salford, so just down the road. And I had one rehearsal with them, and they just had their head screwed on, and I kind of it was an instant connection, really.
Yeah.
I remember your voice noting me being like, I've got into this band.
Yeah.
They're going to be something.
Yeah,
I feel like.
you just, like, Ollie is like, I've never had a mate like him. He's just, when he has something in his head, he gets it done.
You have a laugh as well, I think.
Oh, yeah.
But you can tell you're all well connected on stage.
We know how to have a laugh and a good time, but like for this album launch that we're doing now, we've had deadlines now. It's not just write a song whenever anymore, because with managements and labels and stuff, we need to meet deadlines. But so we know how to have a laugh, but when we need to get something sorted,
you get it done.
We'll get it done. But Ollie and Sam together as a duo, they were in a band beforehand, just a covers band, and they just said one day, getting bored of doing covers, let's make our own songs. And
they're great, aren't they? They're so catchy.
The songs,
Yeah, the songs are great.
Yeah, decent. I can say that, 'cause I don't write the melody or the lyrics.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I don't know. I've never had 3 mates like them 3, which makes the career that I'm going down so much easier. So, yeah.
Fantastic. And I think, both of you have sat here today. You've made the experience of the podcast so much fun. You've been great off camera. And I think all of that success that you're both having is because you're just superstars in your personalities, the way that you sit, the way you hold yourself. You just, without being rude, ordinary human beings. Like, you're fine, you're fab. On a good level. I've learned new words. I'm gonna try and use my everyday vocab. You weren't too scared of the mushrooms that are next to you, so.
No.
Yeah.
Not pillows, like
actual mushrooms. So it's been really good fun. We're gonna go to one last little break, and then I'm gonna come back with some speed questions, which have never been fast for anybody because I talk too much. But thank you so much for coming on. We wish you the best of luck with everything with the album launch. I hope to see you on a stage around me very, very, very soon. And we will put all of your details and stuff where people can find you underneath the podcast as well. It's absolutely brilliant. And we'll be back in a sec. Are you looking for a unique new place to showcase your business? Well, this could be it. We are building a brand new podcast where we want to showcase local people, local stories, and your local business. So, want to be in this sponsor slot? Get in touch today. We're back. We're here for the fast 5-minute questions. 5 questions of 5 minutes or something. So we're going to start off with favourite go-to coffee order.
You go first.
It's not very fast already. I like the brown sugar iced latte.
Yeah.
Starbucks.
Yeah.
Nice.
Starbucks.
Yeah, very good.
I always go for like the one that they're advertising at the time. So like I love a pistachio and the Spanish one. But if I had to choose, it would be vanilla latte.
Vanilla latte.
Yeah.
Easy. I love that. So if you had friends visiting Southport or, the slightly wider area, is there a restaurant that you think, right, you need to come to this restaurant for X amount of reasons?
Mackey's.
Top 2.
Valare.
Yeah.
Oh, Valare is lovely. We went there for Hannah's 30th.
Yeah.
I think that's... Or Veritas and Birkdale.
Yeah.
Veritas.
Veritas.
I need to.
Yeah. Both top choices.
My go-to, and I love it because the food's gorgeous, the staff are lovely, cocktails are amazing, the office.
Oh,
And it's opposite the theatre. So it's so easy to just go watch and go after.
Yeah, you can eat, have a drink, roll out, and off you go.
I just love it.
Yeah, fantastic. Next question, which my brain's gone blank. If you were lovely sunny day, you just want to clear your head for a bit, where are you going for a walk?
Oh, I think the lake's really nice. I did a challenge in January of run 5K a day to raise money for our guitarist who had cancer, and I've took myself around the lake, and it's just lovely.
It's just
like,
it is lovely, especially when it's sunny.
Yeah, I think they have upkeep it quite well.
Yeah, they do. Yeah. There's a group of them, Friends of King's Gardens, and other people kind of support that. So it's
nice.
brilliant.
I would have to say the Pine Woods.
Yeah.
I love the Pine Woods. I think because every time you go, it's a different walk because you just take a different turn and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
get there lost in the trees.
So she loved it. So I love the Pine Woods.
Brilliant. Do you have like a favourite hidden gem? It can be UK or worldwide. We like to kind of broaden horizons.
We're all keen darts players in the band. We're not good like so any flight club anywhere with a few darts I love.
It's a good question. I'm trying to think. I love travel. That's my other passion. So I've travelled quite a lot. But I would say, and this is recent actually, because it's in the forefront of my brain. A year ago I was in Italy and they had wine windows in Florence. And they were amazing. Like the little windows that you just literally knock on and you order, and then a glass of wine or a limoncello, like just in the window.
I've seen those online. Do you know where there is one in Southport?
There's one in Southport.
There's one in Southport. Latabella in Churchtown Village has got one.
Going after.
So going to have a bit of a nut. I don't know whether he's seasonal, but he's definitely got a window.
Oh, I love that.
So very, very, very cool.
They also have like a tiramisu one as well.
Okay, that I could get on board with.
Yeah, that's great.
Drive-by cake. Sounds brilliant. Is there sort of a community group or a sports club or anything that you've been involved in that you just want to give a plug or a shout out to? It can be anything.
I mean, I've got two in the forefront of my brain, mainly because I'm heavily involved with them and they're just fabulous and they have become family. Maghull Musical Theatre Company, we perform at the Little Theatre. They're just such a wonderful group of people and I've been with them since I was 13, I'd say. And we're putting on a show called The Producers in June. It's so random. It's so funny. They're fabulous. And then the other one is All Souls. We do a panto every January and we perform at the Atkinson, so the heart of Southport. And again, so we've got so much talent in Southport and so many amazing amateur groups.
Yeah.
And I think that they need to be supported and just they're fabulous. And a lot of my good friends that we call family now are involved in them. And I think we're just so lucky that we have theatres that we can go and watch and support these groups. So
yeah, fantastic.
So
absolutely brilliant. And as I don't normally ask this as part of the questions, but I feel both of you've got so much advice that you could offer. So for anyone that has been watching this that is wanting to sort of enter into the industry at whatever level or whatever creative, what advice could you give them?
Don't give up.
Determination.
Yeah, it's not easy. Like it looks easy, but it's hard. But once you get past the hard work, determination, it starts paying off, and you do what you're getting paid for what you love to do.
Preparation, prepare, and
what's the other pay?
It was the motto of our school, and I can't remember. Great. Prepare for. I don't know. But also,
just prepare, guys. Just prepare.
But keep the love of what you're doing in the forefront of your mind, I would say, because that really does help you get through the hard times and just be like, no, I can do this and I will do this.
Yeah. Fantastic. Thank you. We're gonna leave it there, and it's been really it's been inspirational for me. I'm hoping everybody took something away from today. There was loads of really good advice there. Thank you for everyone that's tuned in, that is watching. Please make sure you're sharing this with somebody that's thinking of entering into the industry, that needs that little bit of inspiration and motivation to show how it really is behind the scenes. Remember, going forward from today, don't compare yourself to other people. Walk your own path, put in the hard work, prepare, have that determination behind you, and follow your successful path. And we will be back next time on another Day in the Life podcast. We'll see you soon.